Hello friends, my name is Shayla and today I'm here to talk about the books and manga releases on my radar for the month of July. I know you guys are getting this video a little bit late. I'm sorry, I've totally been putting it off and I have no excuse. So I've got a pile of things that came out on the 2nd that I've already picked up that were on my radar. So I'm gonna go ahead and run through those real quick. So first is Daytime Shooting Star. This is actually the pick for the Panels Book Club on the manga side of things. I've already read this, I love it. I have a first impressions on this channel, I will leave it linked for you, but go pick up Daytime Shooting Star, it's absolutely great. Next we have Kakuryu, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits Volume 4. As I said, this is currently out, it came out Tuesday, and it's fab. I continue to love where this story goes, though I'm sad, this one was quite a bit smaller than the previous volumes, so I'm interested to know as to why. I don't know if we're just running out of story content, I don't know what's going on, but I'm interested to see where the story continues to go. Next we have the Water Dragons Bride Volume 10, which is the penultimate volume in this series. Volume 11 is the conclusion, and I'm probably going to cry buckets of tears at the end of this thing. Whether they're happy tears or sad tears are yet to be determined, but I do love the Water Dragons Bride so very much. Rei Toma's great, and I highly suggest you guys pick up this series. Next we have Volume 2 of Snow White with the Red Hair. You guys know I'm obsessed with the series. It's continuing to be fab. Go continue to support it because it's awesome. And then last but not least, for the ones that I already own for this particular week, is Teen Titans Raven by Cami Garcia, art by Gabriel Piccolo. This is a Raven origin story from Teen Titans. I really liked it. This is the other Panels Book Club pick for the month of July, and Natalie and Whitney are on reading this as well. It was a really good time. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks again to Natalie and Whitney for wanting to work with me on the Panels Book Club, because this is just really fun. I really enjoyed both our reads for this month. Let me consult my phone and make sure I didn't miss anything, because yes, I track these kinds of things in a list on my phone, because I guess I'm just that extra? I don't know. Okay, so there were 2 digital releases that I don't physically have, but I have already picked up. The first being Volume 9 of A Perfect World, which is the end of the canon story. Looks like there will be at least one more additional volume with either like continuation stories or side stories, but either way, I was a giant heap of tears. It was fantastic. And then we also have Our Precious Conversations Volume 3. This is the same person who does My Little Monster, the same mangaka team. It's Robico? Yes, Robico. And I really like it. It's a really fun, cute one, full of lots of blushing, full of lots of trying to understand men and women, girls and boys, and the differences between them. It's great. It's seriously so great. Definitely check that one out. And then the other one for the week of July 2nd was Home at Chestnut Creek by Laura Drake. This is another cowboy-style romance from my friends at Forever Romance. I got sent the first book in the series and this one, so I'm definitely going to be checking these out very soon. I'm hoping maybe, I'm currently working on a reading vlog. You might see them in that, so definitely check that out when it's up, of course. All right, that is it for the week of July 2nd. Let's move on to the week of July 9th. Now, there aren't that many books that I'm interested in this month. It's mostly manga, so I'm sorry in advance, but that's just where we're at. So first up, we have Skeleton Knight in Another World. My Barnes & Noble just happened to have it early, so go and check yours if you're interested in it. This is a brand new isekai being released by Seven Seas, and it's somebody who wakes up stuck in their favorite MMORPG, but they're a skeleton, so they're not sure that's gonna work and how that's gonna be in this world, and they just want to be the hero in a new world, and it's gonna be, I think it's going to be more satirical than serious, and I think it's just going to be a good time. Next we have Mythical Beast Investigator, again another one being put out by Seven Seas. This one just looks right up my alley. It ticks so many of my boxes, so definitely check that one out. We also have Magus of the Library, which, magic, library, duh, that's so on brand for me. So definitely excited for that one. Next we have Rand the Peerless Beauty Volume 5. This is a series that I've read the first volume in and I really thoroughly enjoyed. So I'm just trying to keep track of how often they're releasing them. I think they're releasing this one fairly quickly. Some of them are longer in-betweens, but either way, I'm really excited for Rand the Peerless Beauty because it's a really fun, really cute shoujo series. And then the book for this week that I'm interested in is Spin the Dawn. This is a new YA fantasy. I've been seeing it float around for quite a while. I'm really interested to see how I feel about this, though it may take me a minute to pick this one up. I am trying to save for stuff for BookNet Fest, so I probably won't be picking up quite as much the next couple of months. So don't be surprised if you don't see it right away. The week of July 16th, there's only one thing on my radar, and that is Beastars Volume 1 being put out by Viz. This is a brand new story involving, beasts acting as humans. I know Mama Loves Manga got sent an early copy and loved it, and that's what kind of got it on my radar again. But this is a brand new series coming out from them, so I am definitely excited for that. All right, so next up, we are at July 23rd. So first up, we have To Your Eternity Volume 10. You guys know I love this series if you've been on my channel at all. I don't think it's too many more volumes. We're kind of winding down in the story. I don't remember how many more there are, but I don't think there's very many. More To Your Eternity. Next up is My Boyfriend in Orange Volume 7. This is a digital first from Kodansha, and it's an age gap romance that I am all over. Everything's still really innocent at this point, so I'm really excited to see where the author continues to take this. Next, we have the final volume of Love in Focus. This is a short 3-volume shoujo series. Again, I believe it was being put out by Kodansha, and this is about a girl and photography and grief and loss and starting over. It's fantastic. I'm so excited. Next, we have Waiting for Spring Volume 11. My obsession is back, and I am so excited to be getting more in this series. There's a good chance I might reread the series before I read Volume 11. I'm not 100% sure, but it's a very high possibility. Next, we have Our Dreams at Dusk Volume 2. I really adored Volume 1. I'm excited for Volume 2 coming out to see if this story starts to get a slightly more positive spin to it. I still think it's going to be heavy, but I just hope it's not quite as heavy as Volume 1. Volume 1 deals with a lot of really dark stuff, so I hope Volume 2 gets a little lighter. I mean, the dark stuff is still going to be there just because of the tone of the story, but I'm really looking forward to Volume 2. And last for manga for this week is Dream & Sun Volume 9. Again, a series I'm obsessed with, and you guys know about this. And that's another one that I might reread and revisit before I read Volume 9. I'm not 100% sure. And then there are 2 books on my radar for this week. First is Sound of the Stars. This is the sequel to Heart of Iron by Ashley Poston. I did like Heart of Iron well enough as its own space opera, but just not as an Anastasia retelling. So I am interested to see what happens in the second part of this series. I'm not sure if it's going to be a trilogy or just a duology. I don't remember, but this is what I'll most likely get from the library. I don't think I'm going to purchase this one because of my thoughts on Heart of Iron. But it is on my radar, and I am interested in reading it. And secondly is Piece of My Heart by Nicole Jacqueline. Nicole Jacqueline has this whole series dealing with hearts and pieces and stuff, and it's usually darker contemporary romances. There's usually really good smut in them. I'm super excited. So now we are on to July 30th, which is the last week of July, which is also my birthday week. Yay! Shayla birthday coming! More to come on that later. But anyways, so July 30th, we have Secretly I've Been Suffering About Being Sexless being put out by Yen Press. I think this is going to be a really interesting title. Considering my past experience with my ex-husband, I think I might relate to this title more than I want to. But yes, it's definitely on my radar. And then we've got Skullface Bookseller Honda-san Volume 1, again being put out by Yen Press. I've seen varying dates for this one, but it's definitely coming out in the month of July. I've seen people talk about it in the middle of the month, and then I've seen on the publisher site when I did this list, it was on the last week of the month. But it's coming out in July, so definitely check that one out. Next we have Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts Volume 6. Another series I am currently obsessed with, as you guys know. So I'm so excited to see where this goes because, man, Volume 5 I think was my favorite so far in the series. And with the way this cover looks, I think we're going to get some more backstory on some of our side characters, and I'm totally all about that. I think it's going to be great. All right, next we have 3 books. So I have Wish You Were Mine, which looks absolutely fantastic and adorable. We've got Brazen and the Beast, which is another Sarah MacLean historical romance. And then we have How to Hack a Heartbreak, which looks like a really cute but sad contemporary romance. Those are all of the books and manga on my radar this month. If there's something that's on your radar that I didn't talk about, please leave it in the comments down below, because there's a good chance that there's a lot more out there that I just didn't have on my radar or in my sphere of looking, because I feel like my sphere is slowly shrinking into more manga focused. But I still am interested, especially in the books that you guys are interested in. So if there's something coming out this month that you're excited about that I missed, leave it in the comments down below, because there's a good chance I might be excited about it and just missed it. So thanks again for watching, commenting, and subscribing. I feel like people are coming out of the woodwork right now, and you're all amazing. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for hanging out on my channel with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.